Hi, welcome back to the pod. I'm your host, Frank Ryle, and today we're looking just at the craft area, just this one area, the craft, which is independent of the science and the art, but comes together, interwoven to be successful for your project. And when we're looking at the craft, we're thinking of deliverables, outputs if you want, and there's two types. The first one is the actual deliverable that the client will get and want, whether it's a building or a bridge or software or approval from the FDA or whatever it is, but it's something tangible that the client will pay for, will accept, and that's called the product deliverable. And we have to use our imagination. We have to use all of these things to help us to represent in a way using imagination, but also using fun for people to say, I see what you mean. And then there's the second type of deliverable, which we call process deliverables. These are things like floor plans and contracts and approvals, perhaps test scripts, specifications, that in themselves are not necessary at the end of the project, but are necessary for delivering that process, and so we call them process deliverables. They also need to be represented using your imagination, using different techniques that we have here, so that people can say, again, I see what you mean for the journey of the project, I see what you mean for the end of the project. And so this is a relatively straightforward area. We find that people like to gather around this table. It's quite high. It's kind of like a nice height for people to gather around and to say, can we change this? Can we move this? We can even see conflicts being resolved here. This space also has a couple of workspaces here for people to do detailed work if they need to. You have a library where you would have information on welding or Java programming or whatever it is, the technical aspect that you need to have in that library. We have coffee or something stronger, whichever you need, of course, to maintain that conversation going here. So this is perhaps, in a way, it's the oldest area of project management. It's where project management started, in the craft, in the trenches as well. Most project managers started in the trenches, got confidence coming out of them, and then drifted into the other areas of the process of how we're going to get it done, and then the why question, the business side. And so the project manager sort of would have come out of this area, and therefore this should be the most straightforward. It's actually, in our experience, one of the most illustrative ones, interesting ones, where we get a lot of communication around the actual physicality of what it is we're representing in the future. Okay, we look forward to seeing you again on one of the other videos, or contact us again through pmpulse.com.